Welcome back to Black Tornado Podcast, where we play your music for you and to support your bands. The only podcast that fully gives back to the underground and its fans that have treated us so well. I'm your co-host, Adam.
I'm here.
And as always, we have a killer lineup of awesome bands throwing down 5 tracks to start your weekend off right. Let's get right into some tunes and get this show moving. We're going to go to Pit Lord from Davenport, Iowa. This song is called Blessed Are the Thick.
Is this what you call getting your life together? Partying all the time? Coming home for a little something? Drunk? Smelling like barbecue sauce?
She hit him with the smelling like barbecue sauce.
Is that a reference to women or to just people in general.
Morbid Angel. Yeah, Morbid Angel.
I thought it was just...
but I'm pretty sure it's Blessed of the Sick is Morbid Angel, so they did Blessed of the Thick. And one of the 1,000 reasons why I love Pit Lord, like, we always say to go check out the bands. Really check out Pit Lord.
Oh, definitely. It's a great name for a band for a start, Pit Lord.
Yeah.
All I've been able to think since you sent me this song, and it's referencing one of our other podcasts.
Yeah.
Get posting to Dave Grohl on the I Am the Warlock thing. If they haven't done a song called I Am the Pit Lord, I'm going to come and drop kick them myself.
Yeah, Pit Lord. You guys need to listen to Jack Black and Dave Grohl's I Am the Warlock, and you have to do a spin-off fucking I Am the Pit Lord. Because we'll play that. The Pit Lord. I'm going to cook your barbecue. Yes.
I am going to eat your babies.
I'm going to eat your beans. No, that band fucking rips. And outside of it being like, you know, funny names and whatever, like the music is fucking killer. That's some bitchin' death metal.
It really
That's like genuinely good death metal.
It really, and like there was some really nice twists and turns. To be fair, I wasn't expecting it to be a death metal song from the intro, including. I love that little barbecue party and a barbecue sample. That was just weird, but I wasn't expecting it to go from the groove thing to straight up death metal. But then there was some nice little like groove bits in there, and then like I really like this. The only way I could describe it is Zakk Wylde pinches in the background.
Totally, totally.
Just, I love a riff that's got one of them in it, and I picked up on it. So love those pinches, boys.
One thing I have to really give this band is their merch game is pretty much better than everybody else's merch game because they went full into it. You can get, I think most of it's sold out because the merchandise is so kick ass, but like a barbecue apron that says Pit Lord on it. And I think they had barbecue like accessories, like tongs and shit. And if I'm remembering that wrong, that's what you guys got to do next. I fucking love that band so much.
They better do their own specialty Pit Lord dry rub.
Dry rubs or any kind of like barbecue sauces. I mean, it's endless. And we've never collaborated with a band before. We will gladly collaborate on some sauce or a dry rub or something. We don't have that much money, but we'll pull money aside to help with that. Because I'm
just going to say though, I'm not sure though. I'd want to look at the ingredients on a Pit Lord dry rub.
Well, you don't look at it; you just eat it.
It might say like scrotal skin flakes or something. Yeah, just scratch my ass on the skin that came off when in it. It'll be fine.
Yes. Nah, man, that band fucking rules. I was talking to Ian before we hit record, basically saying how I found them in the middle of the night, just completely blown away. Had to push them up on the list. Had to expose you guys to the greatness that is Pit Lord.
There's a specific area of metal that's like niche areas. What you could almost, and I hate to use this word because it sounds like I'm being derogatory, and I'm trying not to be, but like gimmick bands.
Yeah, I mean it is.
But that's what I mean, like not in a bad way. That what they've done is they've gone, right, we want a thing, and this is going to be our thing. And like I've talked to you about bands like before, like Arno Core, who are an Arnold Schwarzenegger film-based band. All of their songs are Arnold Schwarzenegger films. And that is a specific area of metal that there's a lot of bands that fill. But a lot of the time, the music's bollocks. Whereas that wasn't.
Right. And that's why this band is so kick-ass, because you're absolutely right. A lot of bands do little gimmicky things, and they rely so heavily on the imagery, the gimmick, that the music suffers. This band is a 50-50 split between awesome music and awesome, we'll use that word in a positive way, but a gimmick.
Yeah, like the only way you know it's got to do with barbecue is because they've put a sample about barbecue at the start. Yeah. Other than that, it's just a good song.
Yeah, you can take away the barbecue. You can take away the gimmick aspects of that song, and it's still a badass song.
Exactly.
The fact that they incorporate barbecue just makes it cool.
Exactly. The important thing is you make good music.
Yes,
like,
yes. So good job, Pit Lord. Please get in contact with us. I've said 100 times how I hate interviews, but like I would interview this band. I totally want to interview these dudes. Hit us up.
I mean, it won't have anything to do with music. It'll all be about
we're all going to talk. We're going to talk about your music for like 10 minutes, and then we're just going to talk about ways we like to smoke meat.
Me bringing up obscure Delia Smith recipes from the 1990s.
Please get in contact with us. And if you guys like that idea, please go find Pit Lord on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or whatever and tell them that's what you want. The fans drive the show. You guys know that. Oh, man, that's good stuff. Quick plugs. Cheapy Squeegee is back in action. So if you have a band, your own podcast, whatever you might need a T-shirt for, go to Cheapy Squeegee on Facebook, and Instagram as well. Tell Shane that Adam from Black Tornado sent you over. I get nothing out of it. Shane is the absolute best. The quality print on the shirts are matched to none. There are 10-year-old Black Tornado shirts floating around that still look like they got pressed yesterday. Every project that I've ever done, Shane has made the shirts for. So if you have a Fright Faces hoodie, if you have a Black Tornado t-shirt, if you have anything that I've done on a shirt, Shane did it. Cheapy Squeegee is the absolute best bang for your buck. Get in contact with him. Tell him I sent you. You know what? Yeah, let me talk about this now. I was going to jump into the next song, but we'll wait. Just want to talk about the video episode real fast. Thanks, everybody. That was, I think, the first episode where every band gave us props, gave us our flowers, man, which is really nice.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. We don't expect it, but we sure do appreciate it. If it brings one more person to the podcast, that really helps us out. Thank you to Aaron very much for sending a very nice message to us. And basically what Aaron had said is he would like to see a Black Tornado music video monthly. And I told him we had so much fun doing that we would absolutely do it again. So bands out there, like we've been saying for the last 5 episodes, man, send us your music videos, send us your live footage, send us whatever you have.
Yeah, anything, if it's got good sound and you're happy for us to watch it, send it in.
Please, we had so much fun doing that. Maybe we'll do a different location. Last time we were in the woods. Maybe next time we'll be,
on a mountain somewhere, or
in
a cave.
We'll find somewhere else cool to visit because those plane tickets were very expensive for Ian and I to end up.
Yeah, I don't think I can bear those. The wildlife just terrified me.
Yeah, George was getting. We had to worry about bears, so it was a whole thing. But no, that was really a lot of fun. I do want to talk about real fast something that kind of peeking behind the curtain of Black Tornado, but just to let you guys know. So by the time you listen to this episode and any other episode, it's all been edited, right? It's all been, certain parts have been cut out. Ian equalizes stuff, works on getting the sound to be as good as possible.
Adam cuts out a lot of me talking.
I cut out a lot of me talking. I cut out a lot of both of us talking. But the point is, you can't do very much when it's essentially live. I almost made us just go live just for the fun of it. Because if you're watching two people talk and all of a sudden it starts cutting and you're looking at it, it doesn't work. You guys are listening right now. We can do whatever we want. We can say horrible, horrible things, and then we can edit it all out.
But the thing is, they were lucky, you see. They sent good videos in, because I did tell you, I was warning you before we started recording. I've not seen any of these videos before, other than the HEMA one. I was like, I could be an arsehole here and not mean to be. So congratulations for making good music.
Yes, Ian didn't say anything negative, but I've also decided, because I thought that was fun for you, I'm going to do the same thing. Music video comes in, I'm just going to scan it real quick, listen to 5 seconds to make sure the sound is good, and then I'm going to cut it off. When we play it, we both watch it for the first time. Yeah. Because like you, the HEMA video was the one that I hadn't seen. I knew that you watched it, so I didn't watch it. And then obviously Demon's Run would be the obvious one we both.
Oh yeah, I forgot about me.
Yeah.
I would, wouldn't I?
Yeah. But no, music video episode was awesome. We both really enjoyed it. The feedback has been awesome. So thanks everybody for checking that out. And if you want to see another one, again, man, send us stuff to watch.
Totally and if you want to do it, I promise you can hold me to this. If people do send in enough videos for that, I'll even sing "I've had the time of my life" at the end for all of you special viewers.
You have to make it to the end of the video though to check that out.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it that time. Hell yeah. All right, man, let's get into some tunes. We're going to go back to super, super old school Black Tornado, like the second episode or something. Haven't played this band in a long time, and I thought because we're going way, way back, let's go way, way back into their discography. This is very early music from this band. From Detroit, Michigan, this is Against the Grain. The song is called Hard Lesson Learned.
No offense, man. It's just not rocking.
Hell yeah. So I don't remember who turned me on to this band. Probably Corey. Corey turns me on to a ton of music, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume it was him. Corey will tell me because he's listening right now. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Is he into skate punk by any chance?
I think Corey just likes everything.
Because that have got some real, like, I hate to say it, like Tony Hawk's soundtrack energy, like that.
Yeah, we said that about the one band in the Philippines.
Yeah.
They could have been, exactly. Could have been on there too.
That sort of shouty, energetic performance.
And the music has definitely changed a little bit in their their later recordings. Not much, but it's changed a little bit. But yeah, I think I saw them. I think they came through this area many years ago. Caught them, and then when Black Tornado was coming up, I want to say it was Corey, said, "Hey man, put it Against the Grain on." So then that happened, and so I've been listening to them really for a long time now. Yeah, that's just fun Detroit rock music, man. If you want to get your rock music, you don't want to listen to Kiss.
Oh yeah, who does want to listen to Kiss? Fuck.
Rock City.
I was just gonna say, like, there was a lot of you called it, and that's why I thought it just reminded me. You called it rock music, and it is. And one of the things that stood out for me is it is, like I said, it's got that punky feel, but there was a real classic rock, almost sort of Paul Rogers style classic rock vocal in it. Yeah. But then there was also moments where I was listening to it and I was like, this is like an Offspring song. Like,
kind of.
It was a really well balanced, energetic, poppy, punky rock song. And it was just really well done. I really liked it.
Oh yeah. I thought that would be right up your way. Let's see what we got. Having Mark and Ivy from Blood in the Cornfields was an absolute riot. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I might pay someone to edit it next time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
that aspect sucked, but the doing it, like getting together. I mean, it felt like it ran so. Yeah, it ran so smooth. It feels like we've already done it 5 times. Like it didn't feel like the first time we had done it. And that just shows the sign of a good episode.
I mean, obviously, I can only speak for myself and like the perspective of my half of what we've already self-proclaimed as the internet shittest podcast. But like, I hope, like from my side, I really enjoy it. I hope they enjoyed it as well because they seem to. But like, I'm looking forward to people hearing it because it was a bit different, but it was also the same. It was good. Like,
yeah, I really enjoyed that. I think that our audience will enjoy it as well. And make sure, head over there if you haven't already done it, because I think we mentioned it like 3 times. Make sure to go over, hit them up, throw a sub their way, throw a comment their way. And as again, we mentioned in that episode, if you enjoyed it, let both parties know so that we know to do it again, because we just had a blast doing that.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
All feedback's good feedback.
That's what Frank Zappa said. Not in those words, but Frank Zappa said all publicity is good publicity.
Oh, yeah. Frank Zappa said a lot of stuff in very strange orders, though, sometimes, to be fair.
Yes, he did. Doesn't mean he wasn't a phenomenal musician, because he absolutely was.
No, and it also doesn't mean he was wrong. It just means sometimes he was quite difficult to understand because he chose word orderings that made it deliberately obtuse.
Yes. And like you said, deliberately, I'm sure.
Oh, no, it definitely was deliberate. It definitely was deliberately, because you saying that, I saw 2 or 3 days ago a story of Steve Vai. Do you know how Steve Vai started out?
Not familiar.
Steve Vai's first job was Frank Zappa's transcriber.
No kidding.
His first job was to write down all of Frank Zappa's band's music from ear.
Okay.
And write the sheet music for it. And then he eventually ended up as Zappa's guitar player. And he was telling a story about what it was like playing guitar for Frank Zappa. And he said, when I auditioned, he said, I sat down and he said, right, play me this Singing Disco. And I was like, okay. And he said, no. And he picked like a famous melody. And he was like, now play it in rock. And so I was like, okay. And he went, now play it in 7/16. And he was like, so I did that. And he went, now play it in Egyptian 4/17. And he said, and it got to the point where it was literally impossible to play. And I was like, no, I can't do this. And he was like, so I was just put my guitar down. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't play that. You'll have to find another guitar player. He said, and I started walking out the door and Frank Zappa went, what are you doing? You're hired. But he deliberately liked making people do impossible, trying to make them do impossible. He liked making people squirm.
Push them as hard as they could. Yeah.
He just liked watching people squirm and think.
Right. Interesting. Ah, that's cool. That's a good anecdote right there. We should have more of those. Ian's anecdotes.
I read a lot of random interviews and
that's cool. I didn't know that, and I'm sure somebody else listening, found that very interesting.
Well, we've talked about your listening habits before.
Yeah.
My musical habits, not necessarily listening, but like my history of music consumption has always been, I find out about somebody or some music that I like, and then I find about every member of that band, and then I find out about every band they were in, and then I find the history of them and where they came from and who they were, and I go backwards through stuff.
Yeah.
So my thing's always been like the interconnectedness of
the music. Web of the band and other bands and stuff. Yeah, it makes sense.
From the 50s, basically, the Beatles, really, and this is where I argue with a lot of people. You can hate the Beatles music all you like. Bands as they exist now and music as it exists now would not exist because they were the first band to write their own music.
I have a friend right now who's clapping really hard because of what you just said. He's clapping and he's pointing at his whatever he's listening to this on.
Yeah, I mean, you can hate their music, that's fine.
No, this guy loves the Beatles. That's why I'm saying he's pointing and clapping.
I do. My dad was a Beatles fan, and he's of that age as well, so he was around at the times. But the point is like they were. There's a reason why they're revered the way they are amongst musicians. It's not necessarily about their music. It's about their place in the history of what modern music is. Everything that's pop, rock, metal, disco, trance, electronic, anything that's come since 1964 or 5 and them is because of them. If they hadn't have gone, because before that, bands, they went in this country, it was a place called Tin Pan Alley, but there was places in America where it was basically a specific street where all the songwriters lived. In America now, it's basically what Nashville is.
Right.
If you want to get into country music, you have to move to Nashville because that's where
you're going to go to Nashville.
But you won't get anywhere unless you do go there because that's where everybody is. And like before the Beatles, if you're a band, you performed songs that were written by professional songwriters on Tin Pan Alley, whose job it was to write songs for musicals and jingles for radio and they wrote all the music and then they sold it to bands and they performed it. But the Beatles went, no, fuck that. We're writing our own music and we'll keep the money. And if they hadn't have done that, nothing that exists now would be here. Like there wouldn't be Black Sabbath and there wouldn't be fucking Death, and then you wouldn't have fucking some of the bullshit Taylor Swift. You wouldn't have any of it.
You wouldn't have Pit Lord.
No, exactly. And then like I always argue they're instrumental for that, but then there's a few key people around just before that, like Chuck Berry and people who influenced that. Who influenced the Beatles, but he was still performing songs written by other people for the most part. And so, and if he wasn't, let's be honest, black guy in the 50s, he wasn't making any money for the songs he wrote.
No.
So
he was getting half of his songs stolen anyway by Elvis.
Yeah. And when he wasn't doing that, he was pissing on women and then kicking them out because they smell of piss. That's the best anecdote ever.
All right.
Only Chuck Berry.
We're going to Charlotte, North Carolina. We're going to listen to Fire Blood, this song called Like Blood Down the River. this is really cool because this was I believe this was a demo, and it sounds pretty damn good for a demo. So I'd really like to see what Fireblood can bring in a proper studio setting, get everything mixed and mastered properly. But I thought the demo was good enough to stand on its own, so I wanted to bring attention to them. Yeah, I've seen they're kind of blowing up, and I just thought they were a perfect fit for the show.
Definitely worth looking into getting a better recording done, because they're a good band. Like that song, it got a really good driving riff. Like interested like that. I think it was like a behind the nut harmonic that's part of the riff. Like I really liked that because that wasn't like the standard harmonic pinchy noise. It was something slightly different. Okay, this has got something, and it's got a bit of a groove to it, and like it was a really good song. Like you say, it's at the demo stage.
Like I said, I'd really like to see what they can bring with a proper studio session, really getting their stuff mastered properly and recorded at a really good studio, which I'm sure will come in the future if memory serves. They're a newer-ish band, so I'm sure they have a good shelf life ahead of them. But good job, boys. That was a really good song. Again, that was Fireblood out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's see, quick plug. I want to give a shout out to a YouTuber and Instagrammer who's doing something really unique. Diabolica Diaries on YouTube and Instagram. Quick breakdown is Amanda explores haunted locations and then shares psychic drawings based on her experiences at the locations that she visits. And her drawings are just so there's something so haunting with these drawings. And they're really good. I've honestly, I wanted to reach out to her many times and have her commission her to draw a tornado, because her art, her style is so unique. It's so original. I didn't know about the YouTube channel for a little bit. We just followed each other on Instagram, and I would always look at her drawings and just always thought they were really cool. Then I found the YouTube channel, and then I found where the essence of these drawings come from is these haunted locations that she goes and explores. And it's really unique. You guys that have listened to the show for a long time, we really don't plug other YouTubers all that much, but this is so worth it. Diabolica Diaries on YouTube and Instagram. Check it out. Throw her a sub, throw her a like. It's really cool. It's really unique. And that's something about, obviously, with Black Tornado, is we like to throw unique stuff at you, throw interesting stuff at you. And I think
we're definitely unique.
Definitely unique. And we are also the ambassadors of Groove, which is something that I'm trying to copyright. So don't go and take Ambassadors of Groove until I can copyright it, because I'm trying to do that and put it on a t-shirt. Speaking of t-shirts, we were just talking about Cheapy Squeegee. Keep your ears open for Black Tornado Podcast shirt pre-orders. I'm hoping for some time in the fall. So just keep that in the back of your mind. The image will be the image that you're probably looking at right now that you've seen 100 times. Want to keep them up. Want to keep the pre-order going for at least a month, so it'll give everybody plenty of time to get your funds together. As of right now, U.S. shipping only, unless you agree to spend whatever insane shipping it would have to be to me to send you one. But if you can agree to that, I'll ship them anywhere. Black Tornado, man, we don't hit your pocketbook too hard. Everything we sell, from the buttons to picks, all that stuff, even old, if you own an old Black Tornado shirt, I basically broke even. I'm just so happy that somebody would want to wear our show on your chest. Wear it to a show, wear it on stage, whatever you want to do. Wear it on your YouTube show. I'm just so happy that people want to do that. I can't hit your pocketbook hard, man. I can't ask you for $30 for a shirt. That's insanity. So when the shirt...
Also.
No. And again, you're nice enough to want to buy it, and I want to be able to give you that perfect quality shirt like I've been selling before, and I want to give it to you for a fair price. So just in the future, kind of keep your ears open for that. All right, here is something super unique. Speaking of unique stuff, this is probably the biggest band that will ever get played on Black Tornado as far as a band that is really blown up, playing really big festivals. I did get the okay from them to play this. I messaged them and they gave me their blessing to do it. Wouldn't shock me if half our audience already knew this band. We're going to Louisville, Kentucky. We're going to listen to Belushi Speedball, my favorite thrash metal band. This song is called Anchor Arms.
Don't talk to me before the show, unless you're McKinley or my best bud Bo. It's called social anxiety. If I'm not on stage, then just let me be. Now I'm a jerk and everyone loves me and played my arm so I can get sandy. Now I'm a jerk and everyone loves me. I keep it hairy for the ladies. They all love me. Don't talk to me. It's all I can take. Unless you're corny or my best friend Blake. It's called social anxiety. If we're not throwing trash at you, then let me be. Now I'm a jerk and everyone loves me and played my arm so I can get sandy. Now I'm a jerk and everyone loves me. I keep it hairy for the ladies. Now I'm a jerk and everyone loves me and played my arm so I can get sandy. Now I'm a jerk and everyone loves me. Everybody knows I'm living like Larry. They all love me.
Belushi Speedball, man. Fuck yeah. These dudes fucking rule. They're blowing up and they deserve all the props, all the recognition that they're getting. They really took the derogatory term pizza thrash and totally ran with it. They took, and I don't think it's a derogatory term. I think it's an awesome term. Pizza rules and thrash rules. Why is that a bad thing? Like, when did that become like, oh, you're pizza thrash? Yeah, that's cool. You just said I'm cool. That's how I'm doing that.
I've never heard James Hetfield say pizza shit.
Exactly. Something really cool about Belushi Speedball, Ian, I'm pretty positive that you don't know this, and maybe some of our audience doesn't. Belushi Speedball is the first band in history to release a song on a slice of pizza. If you go to their Bandcamp page, you can buy a slice of pizza that is, it's not acrylic. What do they call that when they put something in that clear resin. What's the name? There's a name for that. Oh God, never mind. Well, you'll figure it out. So anyway, it's a slice of pizza in this more or less clear slab of something, and there's a little speaker, and you click the button, and it plays Belushi Speedball. So they're the first band to sell you a slice of pizza that plays music. They also did what we should have done, might do. I don't know. They took, when Steamboat Willie became public domain, they took the Steamboat Willie and they put Belushi Speedball on it. And I own that shirt. I bought it the moment I saw it.
Of course you do.
Of course I did, because why the fuck wouldn't I? Those dudes fucking rule. They're really big.
Yeah, that was it. No, I was going to say, like, you saying they rule, like, that was a properly, like, you know, I've talked before about capturing the energy of a band well in a recording. Yeah. Like, the audio recording, although that was really good, the audio recording doesn't need to be great. What needs to be great is the song and the performance. And like the singer on that recording pushed every single note for everything it was worth. And they
do that live. I mean, it's the same way live.
And that's why the recording sounds good, though, because it gives you a feeling of what they're like as an actual band, not in a studio, but an actual band in a room. You get the energy of it, and you get that slice of pizza that plays music, it better have beans on it. Like, it genuinely better have beans on it, because that drummer gave it more beans than most drummers would ever give it.
Yes.
Like, he kicked the shit out of that drum kit. And that's what I mean about capturing the energy of it was work. You can hear it. You're like, yes, it gets you going.
It really, it's good. It's good hype up music. Their shows are nuts. I mean, it's a mosh pit from the moment they start to the moment they get off. They're very big into like throwing inflatable shit in the crowd. It's a big party. It's a big party with Belushi Speedball, and a really good. They make awesome videos. So if you like that song, go on YouTube and actually watch their music videos. Are so much fucking fun. They're just as fun as the songs are. And
check them out.
They have all kinds of funny songs, and it's just their gimmick is being the most fun thrash band of all fucking time. It's just fun.
Yeah, I mean, I just think like it's an important like lesson to up and coming people and people recording their own music and people recording in studios as well. When you're recording, you still have to perform, because if you're sat in an empty room, which you are in a studio, it's very difficult to play with energy like you do live when your heart's pumping. But it sounds boring because you're not playing it the same way. You have to perform it. So you might feel like a dickhead being in that empty room in a recording studio, spinning round and fucking throwing your arms like you. But if that's what you do on stage,
do it when you're recording.
Do it when you're recording, because that's how you capture. You've got to perform the song even when you're recording, because like that one performance is what gets played forever. Sorry, that's what gets captured and people remember forever. They don't remember what you sounded. They remember going to the gig, but they don't remember what you sounded like. In their head, what they remember is what you sounded like on the record, and they see what they saw live, but they don't hear what they heard live unless they videoed it.
Yeah, that was that's probably the biggest band that will play for a long time. There's an unspoken line between a band being too big to be considered underground, and I still consider Belushi Speedball right on the cusp of underground, but they won't be forever because they're blowing up and they're getting really big. I think even if they get bigger, they're always going to be underground because they have that fan appreciation for underground, and they have that do-it-yourself come-up. I mean, what band is putting out a fucking song and a slice of fucking pizza? They're the only ones doing it.
It's popularity is a mindset as much as anything. Like, you can be popular and still play in small rooms and not be a dick to people, and do you know what I mean? They're different points. Like, you can also be in a tiny band and be a massive arsehole.
Yeah, totally.
So, you know, the point is just be nice, however popular you are, and be easy to talk to, and everyone will be fine.
I totally agree with that. Let's head over to Chicago, Illinois. if Ian's not from the States, so I just want to give you, a little lesson, just so you know. You don't pronounce, not that you've done this, I'm just saying it because we're going to Chicago, Illinois. You don't pronounce the S on the end.
Oh, I know that, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you knew that. Yeah, you don't say the S on the end, so it's Illinois, not Illinois.
Yeah, or as I once heard somebody say who thought it was French for some reason, right? Oh. Why one state in the entire American country would be pronounced with a French accent, I don't know. But he once called it Illinois.
Oh, no kidding.
I was like, never heard what are you talking about? No, nobody's heard that one.
Right, nobody's heard of that one.
He was a
the only person never say it. Anyhow, just a quick lesson that you already knew. Chicago, Illinois, we're going to check out a band with a phenomenal band name and a phenomenal song name. This is Texas Toast Chainsaw Massacre. The song is called I Want to Pet Your Dog. That's some heavy fucking shit. And if your name is Texas Toast Chainsaw Massacre, it fucking better be.
I'm not sure I'd let them pet my dog, to be fair.
Nah, man.
They might want to. Yeah, I'm sure they'd be. But if they came up to me with the attitude in that recording, I'm not sure I'd say yes. It was a great song, great record, but fucking hell. Like,
what a killer band. Honestly, the kicker is, I wish I would have found this a hair sooner because we would have played it with the Cornfield.
Yeah,
just because of the name alone. That would have been perfect.
Genuinely would, yeah. There was loads of things I loved about that.
Cornfields. That right after we were done recording, a band like this was going to pop up where I was going to go, boy, if I only would have found these guys a week ago, if we only would have pushed the recording back a week, we could have used them. But again, maybe in the future.
Do that
yeah, I mean, I could find 100 other bands that fit that. But
the answer is, Adam, we just need to do more collaboration.
I agree with that. We have one coming up. Don't want to talk about it just yet. Want to tease it a little bit longer, but we do have, we will have another voice, a third voice joining us after not too long from now. So that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, we hit all 5. All of our plugs were shouted out. And yeah, we ran through this one pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We sure had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the music. We sure enjoyed it. Dude, you know how many people aren't listening right now? Like, how many people aren't listening because they've already turned the show off?
I know, because they're pricks.
Fuck out. You know what I'm going to do just to prove to people this is going to be like episode 100? I'm going to wait until we have, you can pop in if you want. I don't expect you to do the whole thing. I'm going to wait until, let's see, every episode is just a hair under an hour. So if we get to like episode 25-ish, well, Blood in the Cornfield is too. Anyway, I'm going to do 24 fucking hours. And I'm going to play every Black Tornado episode for 24 hours. And I'm going to live stream it. I'm going to live stream the whole thing. And you can pop in, you can listen to the whole thing. Yep. And I'm going to do little points. I'm going to say little things. And then you have to connect it all. And if you connect it all, I'll give you something really cool. Like I'll give you like my Black Tornado flag or something. I'll give you something really unique just to prove that, like, dude, our show's not that long. People have already turned off.
If you are one of those people that is still left now, right? What I want you to do though, I want you to just write a comment in the comments under this video, just saying I'm a knobhead. Yeah, and everyone who's stayed to the end, just write I'm a knobhead. And
no, wait. Write bell end.
Yeah, I'm a bell end. And then there'll just be a few random people putting I'm a bell end, and the rest of the people will be like, what the fuck? And we'll know who's actually listening to the end.
If enough people do it over these next few episodes, I'm going to do a special drawing. And you're going to win something like cool. Not guitar picks and buttons. You're going to win something
Bell End
cool.
prize.
You're going to win the Bell End prize. So we'll see who's left standing at the end. Because I know
who's
there's
the prize Bell End.
Who's the prize Bell End? Hell yeah. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. We had a lot of fun. As always, I'm your co-host, Adam.
And I've been here.
Take care. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.